have a Welcome to Pull a Pin Radio, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're like our opinions.
Or I promise you, we can give them to you anyway.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Nate. Let's pull a pin already.
Nate, welcome back. I was pointing to you too. It's a little too early.
Oh.
This dog is getting annoying here. I don't know what's going on, but welcome back, Nate.
Glad to be here. Happy Friday.
Yep. Welcome back to all our regular listeners out there, Johnny, Christine. Appreciate you.
Hats off to you.
Yes. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do something really surprising. Not really. We're going to talk about some headlines because that's what we always do, right? Every once in a while we have a little episode here and there. But we're going to talk about some headlines, and we're going to talk about them from our perspectives, whether we've read the articles or not, and why is our perspective important?
You know, we're average veterans. We've been around the world and we know everything.
Yes. So you can just listen to us, get as angry as we get, or as calm as we get, or excited as we get, or whatever our emotions and feelings are. Trust us. So, all right, why don't we just jump into some, unless you got something to add here. I don't know.
Let's
Kind
go.
of, all over the place here. All right, UFC fighter Bryce Mitchell says he'll homeschool son so he doesn't end up turning gay.
I thought you were born one way or the other.
Oh, so you don't turn gay? You are born gay.
I guess. I don't know.
Well, how did it happen for you?
I met you.
That'll do it. I have that effect on a lot of people. I get it, dude. I get it. Well, if I turn you down, would I set you straight again?
Well, I think, yeah. There's probably more reasons than one to homeschool nowadays, but.
Well, true. I think that's the thing, with this thing. Like, obviously, it's a controversial statement because of the focus of what he's talking about. Because not everybody who goes to school ends up turning gay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the principle of what he's trying to say is it is a fad right now, and they are teaching you a bunch of garbage, and they are endorsing it. And see, I've been saying this for years. No matter what you struggle with, whether it's alcohol, porn addiction, drugs, anything you struggle with, is exactly that, a struggle. And to me, the way out of those struggles are usually with a good support system, which your parents are supposed to be. But sometimes the school steps in for the support system. And the problem is, whether it's a good or bad thing, support can encourage and endorse and support, we're literally in the word, exactly what you're doing. So, like, for example, that's why I think social media sucks, because it supports your stupid ideas. Where before people might make fun of you, or that embarrassment might be enough to say, oh, wow, that was dumb. I better not do that again. Or, where now you're going to find a bunch of idiots doing the same thing, eating Tide Pods and, all that stupid stuff that makes you think you're okay and you should do it again. So that's what support will do for you. And unfortunately, if a kid comes in and says, hey, I think I'm a boy or girl, and he's not, the moment you support them, you're reinforcing that belief and not setting them straight back on the path they need to be on. So that's what he's trying to get at, I assume. I'm not him. I don't talk to him. And that's what school's done, right? Not just with sports, you know what I mean? Number of sports. Oh, my gosh. Not just with lesbian, gay stuff, you know what I mean? But with all this stuff, even the furries, like, who the hell would think of putting a litter box in a bathroom because somebody wants to come to school as a furry?
Well, I didn't think cats went to school, so they got one anyway.
Exactly, right? Only fish go to school.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I don't understand, like, why would you support that? Now, you can support the artistic value of people for where they're at. That's what we do, right? But what happens if you were to get out there and you drew a picture of Satan stabbing your family to death? Wouldn't they like, oh, this is weird, let's report this, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you let that person have an artistic, you know what I mean? I thought about this, dude, because I'm kind of struggling with this, and you're a little younger than me, so maybe it's not as bad for you, but I'm struggling with this this tattoo fetish. And like, I'm not against tattoos, But being in the dating scene or just checking out women out in the public, I'm seeing so many tattoos on the necks and behind the back and the ear, just all over. Just like I'm thinking, like, what is the obsession with this? Like,
People,
what is it? We
people
didn't
like them.
have this before, though.
I don't know what you're talking
Yeah, oh, I know, but you
about.
you are not a woman. Like, I understand a
Doesn't
man
matter.
doing some
Why? What's the difference? It's a
masculinity.
person. A person's a person.
Yeah, tattoos are more masculine to me. That's what they are. They're more
That's
sitting on a shield and armor.
your opinion.
Yeah, you're right. It is my opinion. That's what we're here talking about. My opinion.
Yeah.
This whole show's about. I don't know if you heard the intro.
And her opinion is she likes them and she wants them, so she can have them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure that out though. And it's one thing if people are into tattoo. It just seems like an obsession now. Everywhere you go, every one of them has them. Behind the ears, all the. It just seems weird to me, and that's why I'm struggling with this. Because, like I said, I know it's becoming more normal, so it's not like it used to be in the days. But I just don't get it. It's just one of those things that, like smoking, dude. Smoking, people are not smoking anymore. Like, but there was a period of time, right, where everybody started smoking because why? Because it tasted good? Because it was good for them? No, because it made them look cool or feel less stressed or something. So, what are the tattoos for?
Expression.
Okay, so you have a hard time expressing yourself, that you want to put them all over your body in the weirdest places.
No, I like to express myself, so that's why I show it.
Right, I know you're the extrovert we all been waiting for. I got you.
Well, if you
Yeah.
don't like them, don't date chicks with them.
Well, it's not that I won't. That's not my point. My point is that's why I said I'm struggling with it because I don't have a problem per se with tattoos. I just am not comfortable with the obsession now.
Well,
That's the difference.
you should homeschool your kids so they don't go get tattoos.
It didn't matter. My daughter's got one of those septum things, and I didn't really care for that either. But
Oh.
that's my point. Is even when I'm raising a child and they want to do it, I'm like, what did I do wrong? Like, what is that about? Maybe it's not wrong. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just an old fart and don't want to change with the times. I don't know.
Yeah, well, let's move on to the next headline, you old fart.
Could be. All right, Buttigieg. Speaking of old farts, no, he's not that old, but he's a fart. Buttigieg defends Biden's EV strategy after only 8 federal charging stations have been built.
Yep, when all the feds go to electric vehicles, then the rest of us can follow suit.
Well,
Lead by example.
do you know what's missing in this
What I think, what
headline?
I I kind of disagree with that headline already because I've seen charging stations on post. So there's more than 8 of them out there.
Are those federal?
They're on post, and only the government vehicles can use them.
Oh, huh. Well, how many posts have you been to? 8?
Well, I've been on mine, and now it has more than 8. So,
Well, yeah, but that might be the station. I don't know if they mean individual chargers.
oh,
It
you
might just
see
be
that.
the stations.
Anyway, even the damn car builders aren't building that many anymore because they know it's a waste of money.
Well, speaking of money, that's the part that's missed from the headline. Do you know how much money they got for this?
I'm sure a lot of tax money.
Oh, it's in the billions.
I'm sure.
Billions. I think it was like $8 billion.
I think they give it to Ukraine, and then Ukraine turns around and buys EVs from the United States. That's how they fund it.
They're talking about $8 billion, and they have 8 charging stations. So each one costs $1 billion, or there's just more to come that haven't rolled out yet.
To wait and see how they do first.
It's just, I mean, but the point of the headline is that he's defending it. Like he tried to defend it like it's a process. More people are buying electric cars every year. You got more and more people buying them, and you're just sitting there thinking, well, of course they're buying them because they have to in certain places. So of course that's going to go up. But yeah, this is a disaster just waiting to happen. And I'm okay with it, just like the tattoos, if that's the trend. If people start buying these for whatever reasons, I guess, maybe they're cool or they like it or they want to express themselves, then fine, then get an electric vehicle. But when it's forced or it's under, false pretenses, it's hard to even just acknowledge it. I don't know. And plus it's a waste of taxpayer dollars. But you already
Well,
said that.
there you go.
You already said that. So I could have saved the whole conversation.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go out later on this afternoon and purchase my new vehicle. So
New electric vehicle?
yeah.
All right, got it. Make sure you get a really long extension cord so you can reach work. All right, far left rep Talib, or that's Rashida Talib, I guess, attends conference honoring terrorist, hosting terrorist speaker.
What would happen to any other like regular government employee that went to something like this?
What do you
You
mean,
think
like
that
Joe Biden, like giving a eulogy for a, Klansman? Nothing. You
no,
might
I
want
mean,
to rephrase that into what would happen to a Republican or conservative or somebody they don't agree with doing
no,
this.
I'm talking like not a congressman, not a senator, just a normal GS 7 employee that goes out and to a host to a terrorist speaking. I don't think they're gonna have a job for much longer.
I don't know what you're talking about. They can go work in Dearborn, Michigan. There's a whole city full of these people that want you dead, and they live in your city collecting taxes, putting people like this in office. Dude, this is like, I mean, look, I understand that the sensitivity
Where
of it.
was this conference at?
I don't know, probably
United States of America?
9/11, the tower base. I don't know, but the
You should
point
have read
is,
the article.
yeah, I'm not really even interested in the article because, like I said, it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, yeah, it's a balance between freedoms and American values because we want freedom, right? We want people to be able to freedom of religion and whatnot. Just think about it though; it's the perfect Trojan horse, right? So it's probably what we've been doing. You start implanting these people and then giving them rights, and then eventually there's more of them than there are the other people, and then they turn a whole town into their own culture. And
That
then
they le-
before long, we will
that they
be.
that they left because they didn't like it.
Right, right. Well, you forget the stupidity of their decision. You know, my point being is if it's intentional, let's say it's not stupidity. Let's say they're intentionally trying to take over a country. What would you do?
Well, that's fine. We should install Sharia law there, and then she couldn't have her job anyway. So pretty stupid to go
Right,
that
right,
way.
exactly, right. So, well, that's called useful idiots. Those are the people who don't realize what's actually happening to them and they're supporting it. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's no different than, you start moving white settlers over to Africa. Eventually it's going to be taken over by white people. You know what I mean? And then they're going to have their own government, and then all of a sudden, I mean, it's no different. Like, so I don't understand. Like, do you want that? Do you want to just have one world, no countries, no borders? Like, maybe that makes sense. Maybe these people are right. Maybe every country should be open and anybody can go move about wherever they want to go. Because then you know what you're going to have. You're going to have clans and factions. That's what you're going to have. You're going to have people protecting their property, their rights against all the other factions. So that's kind of what the states allow, and the countries allow. They have borders. It's really a clan. It's a faction of people who have the same similar interests and standards, trying to keep other people who want to destroy them out.
But
But
in Iraq, the Sunnis and Shiites, they don't like each other, so they already
right,
have. Yeah,
and what would be the best bet for either one of them? To start moving their people into the other territory and then just rising up and taking it over. You don't have to shoot a single round. Like that's literally what's happening to our country. So in essence, all right, let's not be against it, but then let's start pulling the people who have the same ideas, putting them in the same place. Like maybe we do need a divorce. Maybe we need to start separating states. We need to say, hey, this state is now full of these people who have the same ideas and want to live on this lifestyle. If you want your Sharia law, so basically we're just giving up land to people who just moved here. Didn't even have to fight for it. Didn't buy it, just moved here. So, where's the balance? I get it. I know it's not easy and maybe it's nuanced, but where's the balance in that? Where do you draw the line?
in the sand.
Right.
Ooh.
It's always drawn in the sand. What if you're in the water?
Mm.
What if you're on a
You,
boat? You
you
put
gotta get to
sand on the boat?
you gotta get the land to draw a line.
Yeah.
Draw a line in
Can't
the
draw
sand.
any lines till you get to the sand.
That's right. I'm gonna draw a line on this headline.
There you go. All right. I got a love hate relationship with Colorado now. I lived in Colorado. It's a beautiful place. I would have stayed there, but I'm glad I didn't. Colorado is about to wipe 100,000 criminal convictions from the public record.
What what kind of convictions?
What does it matter?
Marijuana possession convictions? Who cares then?
But what does it matter?
Because it's legal in Colorado now, so why not?
Okay,
Why do
so
they
if you
got it?
legalize it, why can't you just stamp it legalized? Boom. Why would you wipe it? What would that do?
Take it away from you. It's not a
But
crime
you
anymore.
were convicted when it was a crime.
Yep. But it's not a crime
So,
now. So why does that crime even matter now?
well, it's just like a diploma, right? If a diploma doesn't do you any good now, who cares? You don't take away their diploma. You just don't need it anymore. You just don't need it. Your certifications are no longer good, then you don't just lose your certification. You just don't need it anymore. So who cares? It's a conviction in public record. It can't be used against you. You add to the rule. You don't have to take away.
Gotcha.
It's
That
not.
makes sense. Yeah.
It's just like if difference between a felony and misdemeanor. Even if they knocked them all down to felonies, you know what I mean? Like or create a whole new category, unrelated unrelated convictions, boom, or unenforceable convictions. Because at the end of the day, I understand, but at the time, think about this, dude. Think about this. If you are in a situation where you know something is illegal and you break the law, get convicted of it, pay your punishment, you did it while it was illegal. That speaks to your character.
I know.
Doesn't speak to the conviction.
Yep.
So now that it's not illegal doesn't mean it erases your behavior of when it was illegal.
Right. Exactly.
And
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying it shouldn't be wiped from the record. It should just not be held against you because it's no longer seen as a felony, but it should be held against your character.
I was waiting for that part of the conversation to come in. Exactly. Yes.
You could have
You're,
brought it in,
you're,
but
yeah, I agree.
that's why I have a problem with these people, and I don't know what they're trying to do. It's just like the whole illegal thing. You let people come into the country illegally, and then you just turn around and make them citizens. Okay,
Yeah.
so now they're law-breaking citizens. Just because you change their status, they're no longer breaking the law. It doesn't mean they didn't break the law at the time.
Exactly.
So it still should reflect on your character. And I think this is this is a problem with our country. I think everyone's trying to get over it. No one wants to take accountability. So they're trying to make it easy for everybody. So, but anyways, we're gonna get over this episode. And my phone's going crazy. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So, unless you have anything else, I'm gonna tell everybody thank you for showing up. Well, thank you for showing up. Thank you for tuning in. Your like, share, subscribe, all the other cool stuff we tell you to do. Especially send us all your money so we can keep doing this for free, as opposed to what we're doing right now for free. But until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin already. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin.